All right, here we are on the back side of notes, and we are on question number 3. And it says an angle U. So again, either an obtuse angle or an acute angle. I usually draw acute angles. They just fit better in the space I have. And we will name it YOU. And then it says that OR is an angle bisector. So from O to R, and again, the keyword is bisector. Bisectors cut things in half or into 2 equal pieces. And so we'll get 2 equal angles again. And it tells me that the measure of angle YOR is 3x minus 5. And then it tells me that the measure of angle YOU. Now be careful, this is different. YOU is the whole blue angle. And so we use a bracket and we put the 5x minus 1 out there. Now, in the last 2 problems, we set the 2 expressions equal, but that was a different setup. They didn't give me the other half, the angle. They didn't give me this angle down here with the other green arc mark. So now I have to think, how can this expression equal that one? Well, there's no way that they're just equal right now because one is half of the angle and the other one's the whole thing. So remember, how many halves make a whole? 2 of them. So we could go ahead and take 2 of the halves, which is the 3x minus 5, equal to the whole angle, which is 5x minus 1. And we saw that before with line segments. Another thing you could do is say, well, this angle doesn't have an expression, but it's equal to that one. So would it be okay if we borrowed it and put it here? And we did 2 of those added together equal to a 5x minus 1. Either or, it doesn't matter. All right. So whichever one you set up, you should now get a 6x minus 10 equal to a 5x minus 1. I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 5x. And we end up with x minus 10 equals negative 1. We're going to go ahead and add our 10. And we end up with x equals 9. And we found the value of x, and that is all this one wanted us to do. Again, we could plug in and double check that things make sense and work out, but that is all that they asked for in this one. So we're going to go on and see what they have next. We have a couple things here in this table, and the first thing in this table is perpendicular lines, and this is a word you're going to hear all year long, and you have to know this. They are lines or segments that form right angles, which remember are 90 degrees. The symbol for perpendicular is an upside down capital letter T. And I think it's funny that this is the symbol because if you think about it, and I draw the symbol big over here, this is a perpendicular symbol, and guess what is right here? 90 degrees. Guess what's on the other side? 90 degrees. And so the right in the symbol for perpendicular are the 90-degree angles. So you should always remember that perpendicular lines, upside down capital letter T, that's the symbol because that has 90-degree angles in it. All right, we got to talk about adding angles or segments. You're going to put 2 smaller angles or segments together and you make a larger angle or segment. So right here we have angle PLA. PLA is this angle here. And they're going to go ahead and add angle ALY to it, angle ALY. Well, when you put that blue angle with that green angle, you're going to get a larger angle called angle PLY. So it's kind of like part plus part equals whole. Okay. Same thing with subtraction. It goes the other way. You're going to subtract angles or segments. You're going to take away an angle or segment from a larger angle or segment to get a smaller angle or segment. So in this one, they're asking you to do angle PLY, which is the large angle. And they're going to ask you to subtract or take away angle YLA. Angle YLA is this one. And when you take that away, we're going to have this one left, which is angle PLA. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see an example with adding and subtracting. We got a big problem here where we have to name stuff, and right in the given are two things that we have to make sure we read, we think about, and we mark our picture correctly. So the first one up, SN bisects AG. Again, bisects means to cut in half. So SN cuts in half AG, which means AG is being cut in half. So when I look for AG, I see his one half, I see his second half. And now this has been marked. Next given says that SN, oh, there's that symbol, that's perpendicular. Remember, perpendicular lines give you right angles. So where does SN meet AG? Oh, it meet at N, which means that there's not only going to be one right angle there, we have a second right angle there. And now we have marked our diagram. Part A is finished. Part B, it looks like we're starting with angle GAE. Angle G to A to E is this big angle right here. Okay? They're going to take away angle LAE from it. Angle LAE, if you trace over in your mind, is this little angle here. And so I'm going to cross them out. I don't want that part of the angle, which means we will have this part left over. And now they want us to name it. Well, there's multiple letters on both sides of those angles. So we could go with anything as long as A is in the middle. So we'll go with G, A, and then it goes this way to either B or L. We'll go L. And we'll say angle GAL. You could have also named it LAG, NAB, BAN, BAG, lots of different ways, and that's what makes it confusing. All right, next one up, we have angle NAB. NAB. So NAB is this angle here. Okay? And you're going to add angle EAB to it. Angle EAB is this one here. And so when I put these two angles together, I get the larger angle. And again, it's up to you what you want to use for letters. I'm going to use GAE. Angle GAE. Okay. Next one up, angle SAN. SAN, S to A to N. So it's this big angle here. And they're going to go ahead and take away part of it. They're taking away angle GAB. GAB, if you trace over, is this top part. And so I'm going to exit out, which means this bottom part is what's left. I'm going to call that bottom part LAE. Angle LAE. Okay. Again, there's multiple names for these angles that I just named. So you just have to figure out whatever letters you want to use and just make sure that they're correct letters. Okay. Name a midpoint. Midpoints are found between tick marks. You remember those tick marks we added all the way back? Well, look in between them. There's a letter N. Therefore, N is your midpoint. Part F. What are 4 other ways to name angle 1? Well, we got to find angle 1. Angle 1 looks like it goes from here to here. Okay. Therefore, this is one side of angle 1. This is the other side of angle 1. S is the middle, or the vertex. It has to be our middle letter. So we could go ahead and use N from this side, S, and then E. Angle N, S, E. We could flip it around and say angle E, S, N is the second way. Okay. If you notice there's a B there, see B? Instead of using N, we'll use B this time, and we'll say angle B, S, E. We'll flip it around and say angle E, S, B. And there, part F's done. Part G, they're adding 2 segments together, which is really easy. So if you find LE, which is right here, and they're adding segment GL, which is right here, you're going to get this whole segment. And we just need 2 letters. You don't have to put the middle letter. Some people will say segment GLE, but GE is fine. Or EG is also fine. Okay. Part H, name 2 segments that are congruent. Oh, hey, those are the ones with the tick marks. So going back, AN is one of the segments with that tick mark on it, and NG is the other segment with the tick mark. Okay. Part I, S is between A and E. Well, I got to go back and find S. Here's S. Is it between A and E? They're all on the same line, so I'm going to go ahead and say true. Okay. Part J, name a straight angle. Well, there's a lot of straight angles up there. Just remember, straight angle looks like a straight line. So as soon as you find a straight line, you need a letter on one side of the angle, the vertex in the middle, and a letter on the other side. So I'm just going to go right on the bottom here and say angle, since it's an angle, ASE. Okay. Part K, name a right angle. We actually have 2 of them. Remember with those right angle boxes that we put all the way back in the beginning when we marked our givens? One of them's here. And so we have to make sure N is our vertex letter. And we can go and look at this right angle right here and say SNA. Angle SNA. Or if we go on the other side and name this right angle here, that right angle is this as one side and this as the other. And so we could have said SNG. Angle SNG. All right, so there's lots of ways to name it correctly, but there's also incorrect ways. So you have to make sure you're using the right letters and putting them in the right order, and that's why we practice a ton. Okay, hopefully that helps. We'll see you guys in class.